by multiplying. My pen's not working very good. Both parts by the same thing.
Wait, is this thing
You got
recording?
to cross your T on multiplying.
It did, but it didn't show up.
Is this recording?
It was skipping. Yes, it's recording.
So they can hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's
Okay. All right, you can simplify fractions by dividing both parts by the same thing. He's not the only one that'll be watching this.
good.
Hi, anybody that's not Connor.
Okay, so what do you multiply 2 by to get 40?
20.
20. What do you multiply 5 by to get 100?
25.
20.
I just don't.
20. Okay, and then what do you divide 40 by to get 2?
20.
And you divide 100 by 20 to
25.
get 5. Okay. Then you can make equivalent rational expressions by multiplying both parts by
Fraction.
the same thing. We'll talk about what a rational expression is. And then you can simplify rational expressions by canceling common factors. So this is a little bit different. And I don't think canceling has 2 L's. Just one. Okay. So this is a rational expression because it is a ratio or a fraction and it's got variables, an x. Okay. And then what did they multiply both the top and the bottom by to get this? 2x. Okay. So 2x times 2 was 4x, and then 2x times x plus 5 was 2x squared plus 10x. And then if you want to go back from here to here, you could cancel common factors. We can cancel these 2 x's out because they are multiplying. Okay? All right? Okay, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be canceling out. That's what we're going to be doing here. Okay, so on number 1,
Divide by 2.
Divide by 4.
4.
okay, you want to divide everything by 4.
Yes.
Okay, that is one way to do it. We'll do it that way, then I'm going to show you another way. But what is 8 divided by 4?
2.
And then what's 4x divided by 4?
2.
X, right? Divided by 4.
Oh.
Okay, and then negative 12 divided by 4?
3.
Negative 3. Okay.
Go 12.
Now that is a pretty easy way to do it, but it only works for certain ones.
Yeah,
So I'm going to show you the way that works for everything. Okay. We're going to factor the numerator and the denominator. Now the numerator will not factor, so we're going to leave an 8 there. Now what is common in the 4x and the 12? A 4. So we're going to factor out a 4. So we'll have 4 parentheses. 4 times what gives you 4x?
X.
And 4 times what gives you 12?
3.
So in parentheses, you'll have the x minus 3. Okay, and then you can reduce. 4 will go into 4 once, and 4 will go into 8 twice. So you end up with 2 over 1 times x minus 3, or just x minus 3. Now I know that seems a little more complicated for this problem,
So
and
you just.
it is. But when we get down to these,
Like number
Maybe
5.
some-
we're going to have to do it that way. Okay?
So you
Yes.
take away the denominator first, then you add in the numerator.
No. That's not what, no. What do you mean take away the denominator?
Like you.
Factored the
you
denominator? The
factor
only
the
reason we
denominator.
didn't factor the numerators because we couldn't. If we could, we would. Okay, we don't just, you don't necessarily start with one or the other. Okay, how would you do this one easily?
Divide by 4.
Okay, so 3 will go into 3, and 3 will go into 6x. 2, 2x, right? Plus 3 will go into 15,
5.
5 times. Okay. Y'all okay with that?
Yes.
All right. All right, then number 3.
Take an X away.
Okay. Take an x away from everything? All right, so in the top you would have
2
2 over
Over.
x minus 3.
x minus 3.
Okay, and x away from that would leave you with an x minus 3.
Same as the first one.
Okay, now I'm going to show you this one a different way. Okay, we can't factor anything on the top, so we leave the 2x on the top. Okay, then what factors out of the bottom? What's in common to both of these down here? An x. Okay, so x times what would give you x squared?
X.
And x times, okay. All right, then what can cancel?
X.
The x and the x can cancel because the x is multiplying the 2. It's not married to the 2. And this x is multiplying the x minus 3. It's not married to it.
Cheaters.
So 2 over x minus 3. Okay. Okay, now number 4, factor the top. What can come out of the top? A 4,
4.
parentheses. 4 times what would give you 8x?
2x
2x.
plus 3.
And 4 times 3 would give you the 12.
You can do that the simple way, right?
Yeah.
This one only. So then from now on you can't. Okay, and then down here, what can you factor out down here? 4,
Then x
Parentheses.
minus 3.
x minus 3. And so the 4's can cancel. They're not married. So it'll be
Good.
2x plus 3 over x minus 3. What, Derek? Did you have a question?
No.
Oh, I thought yes.
I was just thinking. I got it.
Okay. All right, let's factor the numerator in number 5. What is common in 3x and
3.
12? So 3 times,
X minus 4.
Julian, you with us?
Factor in x.
Okay, what's common down here in the bottom?
X.
An x.
And x.
So x parentheses, x times what gives you x squared? Minus x times what gives you 4x? 4. Now look at there.
Can you cancel the x minus 4
That's
out?
simplified.
Married couples can cancel out with married couples, okay? As long as they're multiplying what's up here. And
So it's
they
4
are, aren't
over
they?
X.
So it'd be, these would cancel, and that would equal 3 over x, that's right. Okay, now, you couldn't cancel out just the x's here, okay? You have to cancel out the entire thing, all right? Okay, now this one's a little different.
You can't do
Can't do anything to the top. They don't have anything in common, x and 5. Any ideas about the bottom?
square.
They're squares, good. They're difference of squares, but you can't square root it. That won't work.
Square.
You have to do 2 parentheses. Remember this?
Oh, x plus, or x.
How do you get x squared?
X
X times x.
plus or minus 5.
How do you get 25? 5 times 5, and we need a negative 25, so 1 is positive, 1 is negative. And why does that work, though? What happens to the outside term and the inside term?
They
They
They cancel out. Now, can we cancel something out? Are there 2
The
married
x plus-
couples that are alike?
Yes.
Okay, which one?
The x
X
plus
plus
5.
Okay. Now, what's on the top?
Zero. 0.
No zeros.
One.
Right. Why? Why?
Because you
This is
have
imaginary.
No. Okay.
Because there has to be
How would there be a 0 up here? Only if you subtracted x minus 5 from here. Okay. We're not doing that. What are we doing?
Cancel
We're
out.
we're also
Oh,
kind of
that gives you
dividing.
one.
X plus 5 over x plus 5 is 1.
One.
Okay. So 1 over x minus 5. Okay, how about 7?
Take a 4.
Take a
away.
4 out of the top.
Then you'll have x plus 2.
Okay, 4 parentheses x plus 2.
Then you can,
How do we factor those?
you just,
Do the 2 parentheses.
The 2 parentheses, we unfoil, right?
x plus 2, x plus
Okay.
1.
So x times x will give you x squared, and then 2 times 1 is 2. So we can put a 2 and a 1 here. These really aren't only choices. And we got to add up to a 3x, so positive. So the outside term is 1x, inside term is 2x. They add up to 3x, like this. Now, do you see something that can cancel?
4 over
The X.
So 4 over
X plus 1.
1. You know, when you're trying to factor these, after you do the numerator, you're probably gonna get one of these factors in the bottom so they can cancel. It's kind of a hint to help you factor. How about this top one?
Have to do the two parentheses again.
X minus 7, X plus 2.
Okay, so x times x, 14 is 7 times 2.
Negative and then positive.
Okay, you need a negative 7x and a positive 2x. That would give you a negative 5x, wouldn't it? Okay, so I would imagine that this bottom's either going to have an x plus 2 or x minus 7. So x times x, 12. We could do 4 times 3 or 2 times 6. We're trying to get 8, 2 and 6. So we ended up with an x plus 2 on top and bottom. Our answer?
Be x minus 7 over x plus.
Good. Okay, y'all do number 9.
Got this. No. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Anybody gotten it yet?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you say? What's on the top?
X.
X
Well-
plus 5 and x minus 3.
Okay. And then what did y'all get on the bottom?
X minus 4.
And x. So the x minus 3 is canceled?
Yes.
All right, and you end up with x plus 5 over x minus 4. Very good. Okay, now that paper I just handed out, I want you to look at number 9. Number 9 is a little trickier because the factoring is a little harder. Okay, do you remember how to factor this top part? Can't take a 6 out, can you? Because there's not a 6 in all of them. So you can't put a 6 on the outside of the parentheses. You still have to do 2 parentheses.
It's 2, 3.
Yeah, you could do 2x times 3x, or you could
1
do,
and 6.
1 and 6.
right, x times 6x, or 6x times x. So let's start with 2x times 3x. And then we may have to erase. Okay. Not that I have a pencil, but. All right, then what about the 2? What would you multiply to get 2?
1.
1 and 2, or 2 and 1, right? Okay, so if we put 2 and 1 here,
So it'd be positive 2 minus
6.
1.
you'd have 2 times 3 is 6x, and you'd have 1 times 2x is, yeah, that won't work. Well, that's going to give you 10x. So let's try 1 and 2. Okay, now when you do your outside terms, what's 2x times 2? 4x, and 1 times 3x? 3x, and we need a positive 1x, so what has to be negative?
The negative 1.
The negative 3x, so the negative 1 and a positive 2. Okay, you remember how to do that now? Okay, you just have to try, it's just guess and check, okay? What do we multiply to get 3x squared?
3x and 1x.
And what do we
4x.
multiply to get 8?
2.
2 and 4, or 1 and 8, right?
Yes.
We're trying to get 14. So should we do 2 and 4, or 4 and 2?
2 and 4.
Try 2 and 4 here. Okay, so this is 12x plus 2x. Is that 14x? Does that work? Right here,
Yes.
3 times 4 is 12x, right?
Yeah.
And 2 times x is 2x, and then you add those together to get 14.
They're both addition.
They're both addition. Which makes sense because the 3x plus 2 cancels out with the one on the top. Okay, everything on this paper is going to have something that cancels out. So if you get it to where nothing cancels, something's wrong. All right, so we have 2x minus 1 over x plus 4. All right, now I'm going to let you do the rest of them, and there are some